For my last step, I'm going to create this little ridge that you see here on both triangles. I mean on both grips. And what I need to make sure that I note is that this line that you see here is attaching this midpoint with this midpoint right here. That's why I'm going to draw that line first. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to connect two lines. I'm just gonna make them connect to any point on the. It's gonna just look like that basically. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set them equal to each other. I'm gonna click on one and I'm gonna set it equal to this one over here. So they're both the same length. And finally, the last step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set them at a angle perpendicular to each other. Finally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the distance between this point and this point right here to be 0.063. And that's how I'm going to get this little notch right here. After I'm done with that, I'm just going to extrude it to the back face and I should be done. And I can repeat that process for this piece right here as well. So I'm only going to do that once. And that is the completion of the sketch, of the clamp for lesson 3. So let's get on with it. All right, like I said, I'm going to click on sketch. I'm going to use this face as my sketch. And I am going to click on line. I'm going to make my construction line. And what I'm going to do is, let's click on that. I want to angle it a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to click on line, sketch, and I'm going to, let's undo that line. Click on line, construction, somewhere in the middle, good. Somewhere in the middle. So that line is set in the middle of my sketch. Again, I forgot to unclick line, so I drew an extra line that I don't need. All right. Now, I'm gonna draw my other two lines, and those two lines that I'm gonna draw to sketch out the little notch are not going to be construction lines. So I'm just gonna do a line from, it can be anywhere, as long as it's touching. Oh no, as long as it's touching. Come on, this takes forever too. Okay. As long as the line is touching, I did it again. Let's do it again. Okay. This line and this line at any point, and then this line. Boom. I'm done. Now it looks like it's perpendicular, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay. I'm going to click on this line. I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to set them equal to each other. Boom. Boom. Now, obviously, they're not at right angles to each other, right? What else I'm going to do is I am going to make sure that this line and this line are perpendicular to each other. So I'm going to click on this. Boom. So now it's an isosceles triangle, and that's what I want it to have. Right. And let's do this left. And that line is not set to the midpoint of this. So I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to say midpoint, and I might create, so now we're set up on the midpoint. Now we're set straight. So this is our right angle, and these two lines are set equal to each other. The only thing I have left to do is to make sure that the distance between the vertex of the triangle and its base is 0.063. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to click here, I'm going to click dimension, and I'm going to click that point and this point. And I'm just going to set my dimension right. 0.063. Boom. I got exactly what I need. I'm going to unclick dimensions, and now I'm good to go. So next step is to extrude that piece all the way through to the end and remove it. So I'm going to click my object menu, extrude, and what I'm going to click on is here, and it's going to say remove. What entity has been selected? I haven't selected anything. faces of sketch 1. No, delete that. So no entity selected. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this. Boom. And it's been removed. Now it says blind 1 inch, right? So what I want to do is I want to do up to face to make sure that it goes to the right place. Because if I have other pieces that are along the way of that removal, your clamp is gonna be missing a triangular piece somewhere. So all I wanted to do is to remove up to that face. That's it. And oh no, I messed up. So I'm gonna take off that face. Okay. So up to face, I'm gonna click here and boom. Now I have my notch. And that's exactly what I want it to look like. I click OK and I'm done. I'm gonna repeat the same process for the drawing down below it, but it's gonna be on the top part because those notches have to match each other. Your end result is going to be something like, oh sorry, that's the wrong one. It's gonna be something like, eventually it will load, something like this. And that is your clamp with the 2 notches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove some of these sketches so you can see it. Plain one removed. And yeah, that's it. All my sketches are removed, and you can see sketching. That's my clamp. That's how your clamp is supposed to look after you're done with everything. All your pieces, smooth transitions where it belongs, chamfering where it's asking you to chamfer it, and your grips. Any questions, feel free to email me. That's it.